sorry about that. My sound wasn't exactly doing what it was supposed to be doing. So that's why I was like, hello, what is going on here? You know what I mean? But nonetheless, though, we are here, and this was going to be an interesting one. Mr. Johnny Yates has done a live stream yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. And it was titled Exclusive Breaking News. You'll never guess what Michael did now. So I decided to check it out. And originally my plan was to literally watch it and obviously do timestamps. And then obviously, break it down and then make a video about it. But it seems to me as if throughout pretty much the whole video, he's talking about a whole lot of stuff. So it was easier just to do a live stream so we could all vibe off each other's energy regarding exactly, what he had to say. And he had a lot to say. Now, I've only watched literally like the first 5 minutes of it. Because after that, I just started, when you start scanning and seeing, okay, where's this going? And I was like, damn, this guy's going to be here for a while. So that's why we're here now. Right, so we're going to check it out, see obviously what is being said here, and then obviously we're going to go off and see obviously what my opinion is, and of course what your opinion is going to be. First and foremost, shout out to the people who are in the live stream already right now, and obviously as I can see, we have got Gary, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You know what I mean? Lady Blue, just me and Lady Blue, and always keep me consistent, I love it. Gigi, how you doing? Little boy Blue Notes, how are you? Me, and we got Laura Lynn. Okay, so nice and quiet today. Okay. Hopefully, no, more people coming in. Adriana's here. Alicia Fox is here. And yeah. Chanel Green, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream too. Who are your sources? Hey, listen, that's the question, isn't it? But I guess we're about to find out. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I would say that it is important that we do what we can to view this with an open mind as possible. But trust me, I get it. Johnny Yates isn't exactly the most reliable of sources, but maybe there are things that he does know that we really don't know that are actually legit per se. You know what I mean? I mean, I know things myself in particular, but just all in due time. Right. Lala, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right. Okay. Oh, let's get into it. Oh, yeah, this is, it is sped up to 1.5, so bear that in mind. Okay. Of course.
Up to YouTube for and Instagram. I'm going to be better than I was before. Hence today. So Michael, on February 25th, already had an apartment rented in Aubrey, Texas. But I thought like he had to take buses and walk five hours and like, he had to Forrest Gump it to wherever he was escaping to. Not 2 days later. And, he left on the 23rd.
I'm just gonna add on to that bit here regarding regarding this bit here about obviously Michael saying he walked 5 hours when Angela lives, closer to certain places. Now, I will say that based on information that I have been provided by other people away from this guy, okay, people that have been helping me for a while, obviously since I've been on YouTube doing 90 Day Fiancé, and a lot of people have said to me that it is not possible that he walked for 5 hours because Angela does not live that far away to the closest or the nearest convenience. So him saying 5 hours, a lot of people believe that he was basically being dramatic just for being dramatic pretty much. And for me personally, I'm inclined to want to believe that personally because 5 hours, I just don't really see that being something he would do personally myself. So I do feel like there is truth to what he's saying around this part. I see more people come into the stream. Shout out to the people who are making the stream right now. Okay. Yeah, it's good to see all you guys here. Some people here, it's the first live stream. We'd love to see you here. But hey, let's keep going. Let's not comment too soon. More to come.
And he had to walk the 5 hours and then probably got to some safe house or whatever. How could he already have an apartment rented in his name in Aubrey, Texas on 225?
Why couldn't he just go to the Kmart or the gas station?
Here's a cue. I think it was Jesus who was carrying him on the beach with the one set of footprints.
You could walk from Angela's house to Walmart in about like 25 minutes.
I am just breaking the ice with this now.
But yeah, he just wants to keep walking.
You guys better get a cocktail because you're going to need one after this live.
It's so stupid. That's so stupid.
So Michael lived there in Aubrey, Texas from 225, 2 days after he left. And he left Angela's that day at like, I think 11 o'clock or something like that, like in the afternoon.
Morning. Well, 11.
Oh, in the morning. So yeah, you're right. So you're going to tell me that A, he wasn't picked up by anybody still, and B, this wasn't the plan the whole time?
So he was just...
he had no money. No, wait. Because this is way before the GoFundMe even existed, right? So he had no money.
That he says.
Right.
But yeah, he stole money.
He only had $5 in his wallet.
But he stole money.
Is what he said.
He had no money.
But somehow, and, I guess he had good credit. I mean, usually apartment you know,
They
complexes.
do credit checks,
Credit checks.
background checks, everything.
Unless they were like, you know, oh, there's like somebody from TV in the house. Hi, popping fresh dough.
To be fair, that's an interesting point about you know, you need to have good credit to be able to get a home, and to be able to get a home, obviously means he needed to have known someone, right? So that's interesting. That's interesting. That is interesting. Let me see what you folks are saying in the comments before I continue. Let's have a look here. Let's see if anyone's got an open mind today. Probably unlikely. Top of the morning to you from California. How you doing, my world? Hello from Amsterdam. How you doing? John 8 screenshots of Michael are fake. It can be made with an app. I mean, the question is, do you have proof that the screenshots are fake? That is the question. And I only asked that question because I've had people reach out to me to say that they believe the screenshots are real. So I am not necessarily an expert around that area, so I'm not going to say and tell you that the screenshots are fake, nor am I going to say are they real neither, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to say something that I'm not 100% sure on necessarily, or don't have at least a little idea on, and I don't really have much of an idea. So yeah, I'll leave that on as that in terms of myself. John is a close friend of Michael. Yes, he's a very close friend of Michael. Annie, welcome to the stream. Sherry, how you doing? Terry, how you doing? Don't bring Forrest Gump into this mess. Forrest Gump. I've heard Johnny is Angelo. Yeah, that's true. Yates is a joke. All for Dirty Bird. First live here. How you doing? I hate John Yates. So shady. That's a common reading right there. It doesn't make sense. He walked 5 hours. No, it doesn't make sense that he walked 5 hours. I personally don't believe that he walked 5 hours personally myself. And also on top of that, let's not forget, there's many times where Michael was caught with a burner phone by Angela throughout the seasons they were on. I genuinely believe that he had a burner phone on him personally. Yeah, personally. But that's just me. Why wouldn't Michael would leave? That doesn't make sense, but okay. Both are liars. Thanks for that. I don't keep up with all the clingers on TikTok, crack. I get the highlights from here or Mary. Okay, Stitch, welcome. My question is, where would Michael get all the money? I mean, the rent, to rent out the place. If it's truly in his name, he would need proof of income, make at least 2 to 3 times of the monthly rate. That's a fair point. That is a very, very fair point. You know, how is he able to get accommodation right now? How is he paying for it? How is he, you know, is his name underneath it? That is a good question. Now, of course, let's not forget though, from what I understand, in Texas, there is a big Nigerian community in Texas, and we do know Michael has been spending a lot of time with them because we see him in his Instagram lives, always going live with his Nigerian peeps. So, you know, you could definitely say that he probably got help, or maybe there's something else going on. But hey, we shall see. But let's get more into let's continue the video though. Be careful, he might strike you for this. Thank you, Drea. We'll see. Tell him power. We'll see. If he does, we'll see what's what.
You know what the sound makes of popping fresh dough?
That was a can of Coke, though. That's what her line was. But just, take a good look.
I'm sorry, that funny name is throwing me off.
That was good though. Hey.
So somehow by the grace of God, he was able to secure an apartment in his name
with no down payment, no first last security.
And by the way, he most certainly has a social security number because I'm looking at it. And
that's crazy.
Let me see.
That's crazy.
Hot dog. So the fact that like, oh, Michael can't work or whatever. Oh, he can work.
Oh, damn, he can work. He's got a social security number.
And all y'all.
You know what? That's their own.
I'll be interested to see if he's ever. Or I guess he's not allowed to. Wait, how can you get a hold of Michael's social security number? I need to know how that happens. You know what I mean? Damn. Now that's interesting. I need to know how he got that. Yeah. Because that's not information you just say you have. That you need to tell us how you did that. You know what I mean? Because that's interesting. How did you get a hold of that? Michael should get John for identity theft because he has his social security. Yeah, it's true, but at the same time, Angela, I guess, can do the same thing to Michael. Right? Remember, Michael leaked her information to that Paradise Men group, didn't he? So remember, Michael did the same thing to Angela. So that would be an interesting one. So it's like for like. You see what I'm saying? But either way, though, it would be interesting how he got that. That is very, very interesting how he got that. I think Michael called a friend and that person came and picked him up. Now, I will say this. I'm going to say this, though. I know this 100% because I have a friend who got married before coming to the States. Now, Michael could actually have a social security number and he could have his work visa already without the fact that he was in America, because my friend who now lives in the States, he got married whilst he was still in Italy to his American woman. And before he moved to America, he moved once everything got approved. So literally once they got the green card, work visa, that's when he moved. You see what I'm saying? So he moved and he was working literally the day he landed in America. So is it a possibility that Michael already had his work visa before coming to America? It is a possibility. So let's not say that it's not a possibility. So I'm just going to throw that out there that there could be truth being said there. Just to throw it out there. Let's have a look here. Let's see what you folks are saying in the comment section. Listening is key question. How would Michael have no money, or rather, why would he have to steal from Angela if the show was paying both of them? So are you admitting that the show wasn't paying him? Yeah, that's a fair point. She abused that man. Or admitting Angela was taking both check and putting them in her account. Angela probably had it. Abuse claims I heard will speed up paperwork. Okay, so Michael go for the abuse claims to speed up the paperwork potentially. Okay, because if you're US or UK has a spouse, you get to work. Oh right. Oh okay. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I Islam, how am I saying right? You're saying that basically, if your spouse is an American or a UK whatever, they can work right away. Oh no. They get a work visa straight away. That's interesting. I don't know if there's any truth behind that, but that's interesting. I have to look into that one. But we're getting information here saying that because it's I don't know. Does that make sense? Interesting. I don't know if that makes sense. If that's true, but interesting. Failed blogger got some info from Wetsuit channel. I don't know. I haven't seen that channel, so I wouldn't know necessarily. Imagine just because John says it happened, it doesn't mean it happened. John will never show proof of anything. He just plays on people taking what he says as a fact. Ask him to show proof. Listen, flower power. This is why I'm saying that I'm not necessarily agreeing with this guy. I'm just saying, okay, what he's saying may have truth to it. You know what I mean? If I believed him, I'll be like, oh yeah, he's telling the truth. I'm saying it may have truth to it, but I'm only saying it based on some of the things that I know. This is my first time This is my first live I've joined of yours. Yay to you too. And Angela admits that she didn't pay for the green card, so he's eligible for the social security and work visa, but she deliberately delayed it. Okay, there we go. Mads, I agree with you on the take of Michael taking advantage of people's kindness on keeping the GoFundMe. It's wrong. Thank you. I'm happy you agree with me. Honestly, keeping that GoFundMe active, in my opinion, is a disrespect to people who have actually... The fact that people still pay for it, to be honest, blows my mind. I mean, listen, the target was 25k. Once that ended, people should have been like, that's it, we don't have to pay anything else. But people still want to pay, and that is obviously onto them. But for me, it's wild. Absolutely wild. If you're permitted a resident... If you're permitted a resident, you do get a social security number regardless of what experience he has. Well, there you go. So that means he has got the ability to work and earn money in the States right now. Which also makes sense, but let's not forget though, he has been getting paid from TikToks. I'm not too sure about cameos, I don't know if he does that, but he's getting paid for that. Stamp in passport here in the UK, you can work. Okay, interesting. Right, let's get into it.
Hello, Polly. And hello, Polly's daughter. We love you. So there's that.
Family.
Say hi to your mother for me.
The dog goes swimming for us. We love you.
So then he was there from 2/25/24 to 7/4.
Sorry, hold a minute. Michael couldn't take the money from GoFundMe because Angela's friend blocked. So GoFundMe required documents if he was going to... No, remember, Michael didn't make the GoFundMe. Mary from Kicking Her Bits made the GoFundMe. Angela has nothing to do with that GoFundMe. So that's not why the GoFundMe is still open. It's got nothing to do with Angela whatsoever. This is the reason why no, it's not. It's the it has nothing to do. Mary took it out for him. You see what I'm saying? And remember, I asked her myself. I said, hey, how comes the GoFundMe is still active? And she said because Michael says he wants to keep it open because he doesn't know how much the law the fees are going to be in general. So they are open because Michael wants them open. He has told her keep it open. Nothing to do with Angela at all.
So the 4th of July, he was at that residence there in Aubrey. And then, where's county? Houston, Texas. There's so much here. Because he has this address in Aubrey from 225 to 74. He also has an address in Houston from 45 to 73. And it's registered to a Nigerian. Thank you, Brooke Nose. It's and that second apartment was registered to a Nigerian. It's a very Nigerian name. I don't want to say it, but the first name's Effie, E-F-E. So he has one address in his name in Aubrey, then a second name at a different address, Effie. And that's within the same time frame. So what we were saying about how they have like this, for lack of a better word, underground railroad system with the Nigerians that they know how to like move people around and money around. It's just all right here. Then, hold on. He moved into this last place in Houston.
Thank you, Polly.
On 826. Thank you, Polly. Love you too. 826, just like, what is that, a couple of weeks ago? Like 10 days ago? Now, what makes this even more interesting, he has a driver's license in Texas. He has a social security number. He can completely work. But why would he work when all y'all are giving me money hand over foot? I wouldn't work.
Me neither.
I mean, since he's got here, between the $40,000
he has a car, he has an apartment.
Between the $40,000 he got from the tell-all, his cut of his earnings. And then right behind it, they started the GoFundMe, and that's up to what, 51,000, which is still going, by the way. They asked for 25, and they're at 51, and there's no plans in sight to close that down.
Talking about wanting attention, like look at me.
And this is why other bloggers who were against Angela, and a lot of them still are now questioning this. He goes live every night on TikTok, laughing his ass off.
If you're going to be dumb, you got to
posing in front of a Mercedes that he doesn't own. Seen at Tesla shops, test driving cars. And
I mean, honestly, the best thing that Johnny Boy can do for us right now, and I don't know if this is sped up because this guy's talking hella too slow for me. I'm gonna lie to you. I need you to speak a bit faster, son. Listen, my only issue is with that. What's being said here is that we need to see what you're looking at. That's just that, I want to see what you're looking at. If I can see what you're looking at, then I can see and be like, okay, I'm believing everything that you're telling me right now. The only thing that I can sit here and do right now is say that, listen, I hear what you're saying. There could be truth behind it, but if you're not showing us what you're looking at, how do you know you're telling us the truth? And this is obviously where obviously we look at it this way, right? For people to want to be open enough to believe that Michael may actually be doing things that he shouldn't be doing, hard evidence has to be provided in the process. If there is not evidence provided and we're just being told things, this is where people are still inclined to believe that John is just talking absolutely nonsense, basically. But let me see the comments before I continue and then we can get into it. Maddie, just laugh at what John has to say. He's doing all he can to discredit Mike on behalf of Angela due to upcoming court for annulment/divorce. His voice, he is Angela's voice. All this is nothing more. I mean, listen, again, I don't disagree with that, you know what I mean? I don't disagree one bit. Let's have a look here. Wow, he has more than one address. According to Johnny Boy, he has more than one address. Let's have a look here. Mary said in the live that they had to provide documents because Angela's friend filed complaints. I mean, I don't know when you spoke to Mary, but I know that I spoke to her literally a few days ago. So all I'm saying is like I was told by herself that the GoFundMe is currently still active because Michael asked for it to be active. Simple as that. So yeah, I'm just telling you what I've been told. Let's have a look here. Michael has friends. What's wrong with that? Angela's a scary mess. No, of course there's nothing wrong with having friends. Absolutely not. Shut up, Cody. I can't listen to them anymore. You're talking about his partner, right? Yeah, his partner. He's just talking. He needs to be quiet. This is not making sense. This is so silly. Why are they trying to dissect this so long after? Kind of like what these types of people do in America. I am not feeling this man's integrity. I hear you. I hear you. Does he want Michael to move into a cardboard box? we got the bants over here. John Yates is just mad because people donate to Michael's GoFundMe and not his. Hey, listen, there could be truth behind that. Right, okay, cool. Let's carry on with the video.
He's living the life, and he could work 100%. Yeah, Polly, but I haven't done a cameo in years. I stopped doing. I mean, I do have them still. If you want one, you can get one. I don't promote them anymore.
It takes like 4 hours for us.
Now here comes the jaw. I'm sorry, my Brooklyn came out. That's a hard word for me to say. Jaw-dropping news I'm about to drop on you. There it is. I'm gonna put something on the screen. Let's see what you guys think about it. Oh, what's this, you ask? Well, let me walk you through it. Now, 3 days ago, Michael had this conversation with this woman in his brand new apartment in Houston that he moved into on 8/26.
No.
Yes. What? And a little snippet of this conversation reads as such. Yeah, I am. Been here for a while. So I guess she was asking if he's in like Texas. He goes, yeah, I am. Been here for a while. You married, right? And she says yes. And then he says, okay, nice. So now, I mean, talk about living a dream. And thanks to your generous contributions to his GoFundMe, now Michael can not buy cars. You'll get him some additional gold chains because Lord knows he doesn't have enough.
And still.
And now, overnight affairs with married women. Keep sending him your hard-earned American money. That, by the way, Angela will get half of.
He's still
and let me say this too. As soon as I did that live, about 25 people went live saying, "Oh, look what Angela's doing now. She's going after Michael's money." If you listen to the live I did with her friend Renee, which Angela popped on for a second, she said she didn't want it, and she had no idea about it. I was the one sharing that news to the world, and Angela for the first time. And what was her response? I don't want his money. I just want this to be over with. So yeah. So back to this, a little legendary text exchange. So you're married, right? Yes. Okay, nice. So he gets off on shagging married women?
Scamming married women.
You know, and there's something to say about the woman in question because she is having an affair on her husband.
Yeah, so she's shady and gross also.
With Michael. But, you know, the fact that he's saying you married, right? Yes. Okay, nice. He gets off on it. Why? Because he knows that it's just going to be a fling and and there's no...
It's a 1 or 2 done. That's it. And then he's going to get money. And then he'll be out. He'll be driving off. And whatever fake car that he says that he's driving around in.
Oh, wait a minute. Effie, this just in. Effie, the one I said that shared also an address with Michael. Effie is a Nigerian that is the chef that he was cooking with. So...
There you go.
There it is.
I mean, come on, guys.
It's crazy how this network
if y'all want to act stupid and be stupid, well then just...
And you guys aren't... You're going to still tell me he's not running a scamming scheme?
Smarten up.
You know what, though? I don't know why they're both talking at the same time. Like, bro, like, your man's gone live. Let him do his live. Stop talking. It's so annoying. Like, just stop talking. We're trying to hear one voice. Damn. You can tell. You can tell who's a dominant person in their relationship. God damn. If it was me, I'd be like, can you be quiet? Like, raw. Stop talking. Like, they need to hear me. I'm trying to protect Angela, you know. You're not helping me right now. I'm gonna take that Michael, but they need to hear what I'm gonna say. Hey, shh. Hey, anyway, let's get into some of these comments here. I'm definitely enjoying the conversation today. Obviously, it's very lively. I mean, obviously, I can't get to every single comment that's going on, but I really appreciate every single person that is communicating with one another in the comments. Okay, that's the thing that I love about our community over here. People always doing what they can to conversate with others, despite whether or not I read your comment or not. So I appreciate that. Let's have a look here. Nonsense. That snippet is a setup by John Yates and Angela. He has counted the demons' gold chains and all her gold rings on those crooked fingers. This is such a poorly done conversation. It's too fake. They sent that woman a text to him, and those texts are fake. Wait, John Yates, why I thought you quit? How does he have an affair? What about all the time Angela flirted and cheated on camera while married? Yep. How does he know? Wait a minute. How does he know about? Wait. How does he know is about to happen because of a question? I'm a bit confused here. How she knew the woman mentioned Gino. Angela's. Oh yeah. There was the one woman when she tried to confront what's her name, Jasmine. They said that this woman messaged Gino too. More drama off the 90 day than ever on the show, and that's saying a lot. Who cares where he stays? Who he sleeps with, Michael, is legally separated. That is true. That is very, very true. Angela is the villain in this. All I hear from John Yates is he's a pro Angela. So much gossip. For years, same thing, same time. John Yates slaps him too. I don't know who slaps who, but okay. They're passing the dope pipe because they know they're lying, but needs them likes and hits. Yeah, that's a fair point. Let's have a look here. What else have we got here? Let me go up a little bit. Ask yourself, how in the world can John Yates get a hold of a cell phone number that is supposedly Michael's? John Yates, again, is known for his fake phone call messages as well, as I promise. Like I said before, for me, John needs to show us what he's looking at. If he can show us what he's looking at, then we can be more inclined to want to believe him. But if he's not going to show us, it's the hard evidence that obviously people need, you know? Michael won the scam. I mean, listen, it's definitely one of the situations where both of them were using each other. Both of them were scamming each other, right? And Michael won the battle. But Angela refuses to submit. Why isn't he calling Angela a scam for all that she did? That's a very good point. How does he know about... no, that's the one before I got lost about. Useless. Angela downloads 7 years of recorded domestic from Michael. She will always be the villain. There is nothing they can say. That is true. Right, okay, let's continue.
If you can smarten up, then go ahead and smarten up and get away from that shit, because
you're still gonna tell me that this wasn't planned from the beginning?
By the way, I have sped up the video, and that's why it just sound the way it sounds here. Madzie, you will find out soon enough all about John Yates and understand. We honestly just want you to never believe a word that Clarence says. No, listen, I'm listening. Like I said before, I'm not in a position where I'm believing what he's saying, or you know what I mean. I'm just in a position where I just want to be open-minded. I don't want to react with a narrow mind myself. You know, based on me providing you guys this. Obviously, I've got to be the devil advocate. I've got to try and say things on both sides of the coin, not just say things on one side, unless, you know, I have to say things on one side because that's just how it is. And technically speaking, that is how it is. But at the same time, I also will not forget the fact that Michael isn't exactly 1,000 necessarily innocent in this situation. You know, proof. Madzie will speak with authority and not in a poorly worked out video. We are so thankful for his channel and the work you do. Thank you so much, Blind Mellow Jelly. I appreciate that. Let's go. True, sit back and watch. Let's go. Let's get it.
Beginning, because you know,
how long are you gonna be live for? For as long as it takes.
It'd be easy for Michael. And he was playing the long game. And he said, you know, I always said, well, why did he come here if she was so bad? Why did he stay with her in Nigeria if it was so bad? I mean, she was going there for a week. He could have told her, I don't want you here anymore. We're done. And it would have saved Angela a whole lot of money.
Exactly.
She was flying to Nigeria on her dime. She was flying to Nigeria on her dime, not the shows. So that's why I always said this is a long game. And wouldn't it be so much easier for Michael to come here and, you know, on the guys that he still loves her, that ridiculous tell-all where, oh, I love Angie. We're going to stay together. We fight through this. And that tell-all was filmed days before he left. You know, what happened in the 2 days between the tell-all and when Michael left? I'll tell you what happened. He did his due diligence. He made sure that he looked great on TV, and TLC had no problem making Angela look like a monster. And it's not to say, like, you know, Angela is an angel here either, you know, but it's a highly edited show, and that's all you people are basing this off of. I spent more time in Angela's house than Michael has over the years. We've been friends. And
bro, like, it doesn't matter how I'm actually getting so sick and tired of hearing this nonsense about it's a highly edited show. Like, we all know it is. You know what I mean? Like, Whether or not people choose to forget that the show is highly edited, it is what it is. That's not relevant. That is not relevant. I just feel like this is now being justified. And this is the problem sometimes. Sometimes some people may have the right message, but they're just the wrong freaking messenger, or they just don't have to deliver it the way it needs to be delivered. And the matter of fact is, the way he's delivering his information isn't convincing anybody, is it really and truly? He's too busy talking about, oh, yeah, but I've known Angela. I've spent time with Angela. Da, 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 da. So what does that mean? What does that mean, though? Like, you saying that means that you're probably more inclined to want to just say whatever's going to side of her. That's about it. Like, just, we don't need to know about that. Just tell us about this. Convince us about this. That's it. Ugh. The show's it's crazy though, because each time we get new cast members come in and they sit there like, oh yeah, but the show's heavily scripted. So why did you go on the show in the first place? I'm sick and tired about all this heavily edited nonsense. Don't go on the show then. Like, shut the fuck up.
And I'm in the minority. Like, I'm hemorrhaging followers over on Instagram because if anybody speaks against Michael, they make you pay for it. I've gotten comments, 800 comments on those posts, and 794 of them are, "You're an asshole, John." That's fine. And I was being generous with that. It's a lot worse. It's been said, like, I'm not used to it, right? And I don't care because I know I'm doing the right thing, and I know what I saw in the house with stuff that none of you ever witnessed. And all these viewers, all these people donating to the GoFundMe, like, they haven't been to Angela's house. I'm the only one that's been to Angela's house, besides her, her friends. So there's that. But Effie, the guy from that second address, is the Nigerian chef he cooks with. So this is a network. So back to this. Okay, nice. Are you single? Laugh out loud while you ask. I'm separated. Just asking. You're not dating. Not now. So there's like a little gap in between this one and this one. So I'm assuming, she's asking like, well, how do you want to do this? Or where do you want to do it? Then Michael said, where do you choose? What's the nearest spot near you? And she goes, I'm in Katy, remember? Is that how you say it? Or the Caddy? I don't know Texas. Okay, I know where we can meet. Tell me. She said I can come to your area. Okay. So this address that I graciously blacked out because I didn't want to hear, oh, you doxed him too? Yeah. So it's an address in Houston, Texas. It's the same address that he bought, that he moved into on 826. So did you guys know that you're also giving him the GoFundMe money to get an apartment?
And sleep with whores?
No, Cody. And sleep with married women?
Whores.
So that's also being used in the GoFundMe money, I guess. But I thought the GoFundMe money was for lawyers. And he didn't need to move again. He was in that spot in Aubrey for 5 months.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it is a way, you know why? It is a way fancier apartment because Michael has to have the best of the best. He has to have as many gold chains as Mr. T. He has to have a nice car, i.e. standing in front of that Mercedes and being at the Tesla dealership. Exactly, Linda. Very Nene-esque.
Or what?
And she goes, okay, are you coming there? She said, yes. How far are you? 40 minutes. And then she winds up going there. And they have an affair. And after that, she was disappointed and disgusted with him. And let me tell you some of the stuff that we've talked about today. Hold on. So after the hookup, because it was a one-time thing, she told me that he was texting her and calling her nonstop, and that she's been ghosting him because she wanted nothing to do with him anymore. She did go to the apartment because I said, okay, what's the timeline of the apartment? And she told me it was 3 days ago and that he had just moved in there and he was still in the process of unpacking, which would make sense because he moved into this place on 8/26. The sex was terrible, but I mean, I just think that's a given.
Yeah, man. If only his storytelling was better than this. Let me read some of these comments here. I hope they throw John Yates in jail for running Michael's SS. Oh yes, his social security number. Yes, I agree that. Angela talking crap about Michael, tells him to go away, and he is talking to other people. Angela gets more mad. The part where Mike walks up on Big Edge saying Michael is a scammer, his eyes lit up. Oh, you're talking about the terror, right? It the same love. If you're here with no paper, you consider that under the act. You're saying he's a scammer, and with the people that he'd been here and know that they can receive it as well, and you get the papers the same day. Okay, I've never heard this guy John, but he comes off I can't even say the word. D's, man. Yeah. If you see the comments, yeah. Nonetheless, sometimes there's a hint of truth to something, but some people twist things in their favor to look better than someone else. I agree with that 100%. That's what that's the issue here. I think with what's being said here by Johnny Boy is that there could potentially be truth to what he's saying, but the way he's saying it isn't exactly, convincing. Like I said, wrong messenger for the potential hint of truth. How is that an affair when they're separated? Well, it's not an affair on Michael's side, but it's definitely an affair on the married woman's side. I can say that much. But it wasn't really an affair. It was literally a little quick and then dip. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the screenshot, you can see Michael came to realize the convo was a setup. He called a bluff and the hookup never happened. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All this mess he's saying is pointless. Angela's behavior and treatment of Michael is horrible, and I don't blame him for leaving scam or not. I mean, I agree with that bit, but apart from the part of then, like, let's just run with that theory, right? That because the way Angela treated him, you don't blame him for leaving scam or not, but that doesn't exactly then say that he should be entitled to set up a GoFundMe and take 50K of people. You know what I'm saying? Because then that would mean that he's not only scammed Angela, but he's also scammed the viewers too. You know what I mean? Let's just put that out there. But let me just put that out there. This all could have been planned. Very, very true. And did you not see the one YouTuber that was... The first one was, I know I didn't see him, because I don't watch nobody else. I only watch people if I've been told that I need to watch somebody. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I don't watch other people, unless I'm told, is because I don't like to watch something and then what that person said then clouds my judgment of my natural reaction. Do you see what I'm saying? And did you see... Okay, anyway, let me continue what you're saying. Did you see the one YouTuber that was even telling them how to get money? And he just got sent back. Laughing also, they get in that money. They get in that money. Don't let these people fool you. To all of you hypocrites that sat back and laughed and consider yourself entertained at the expense of this man's humiliation and abuse, how dare you question how long it took him to escape? Wow, someone's invested. Okay. This is actually another lawsuit for Michael. This is doxing. I agree. I think John has basically admitted to doxing him by knowing his social security number, which is wild. Absolutely wild. Stalking much. Why do you all have these addresses? I mean, none of us have it. He has it. You know what I mean? Addresses and social security number. Leave him alone. If you don't agree with the GoFundMe, don't contribute. Simple as 1, 2, 3. It's defamation of character. But let's continue.
He was very persistent in chasing her afterwards. But you just...
Also, regarding this whole thing about people sitting back and laughing, I mean, I can tell you this now. Nobody on this channel laughed at Michael being abused by Angela. I can probably say that now. Every single video that I've ever made regarding their relationship has never involved any type of laughing. Every single video is involved in literally calling Angela out for her BS. Every single person that has been a part of the channel, from my recollection, based on what I've said in my videos and the comments that I have read from my videos, none of us have ever laughed. So to be honest, this energy about all these hypocrites, to be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of you bringing that to this channel personally, because that's not the energy that we have here. I don't know if you've seen the energy on other platforms. If you have, go there and say what you got to say. But here, no one has laughed. Not a single bit. Every single one of us has been nothing but mortified by seeing the way Angela has treated Michael throughout the seasons that we have covered on this channel. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. But of course, and that's just that. That's just that. You know what I mean? Please do not project something else you've seen somewhere else over here. Okay. You got that right. We never backed the abuse and porn. Exactly. We never backed him. What? Her. The prune. Yeah, the prune her. Sorry, not him. Yeah. So yeah. Anna's behavior and treatment of Michael is disgusting. If the roles were reversed, Michael would have been kicked off the network. TLC in general. Oh, I agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. But hey, let's continue.
Let's have an affair with a married woman. Like, I would assume that's like a one-time thing. I guess not for him. I don't know. I guess with a married woman, maybe. I don't know. You know, and I don't know what kind of marriage this woman's in, and I didn't ask. You know, it's her business, and you know, it is what it is. Moving on. And she, you know, reiterated that the screenshots are 100% real, and they are 100% real because that is Michael's account. That's his blue check mark. And the information that I blacked out is where he just moved into. And she followed up with saying, I don't know when he moved in there, but he just got there and he was unpacking. Okay. Give me one.
Thank you for the super comment. Flower power. Thank you, Madzie, for saying those words. So listen, we got to protect ourselves here, you know what I mean? We got a nice little community here, you know? Our community is always very cordial, you know what I mean? We always bounce off each other's energy in the right way, you know what I mean? And we want to keep it that way. You know, whether we agree or disagree with one another, we still keep it respectful, you know what I mean? Come on now. Yes, let's have a look here. Michael can't move either, I guess. What does money prove? He's clean. Oh, wait. He's in a clean ass house away from the abuser. Yates, that hat tells me everything I need to know about him. Way before Michael. What? His hat has what? That's wild. If someone's hat defines sorry, that's so random. Sorry. I didn't see that comment. Yeah, your hat, bro, tells me everything that I need to know about you. Just know this. Change your hat. Sorry, why would we ever laugh at anyone getting abused? Exactly, that's a very good question. Very good question. She spat food on and tried to treat him like a slave and clean her dirty house. He was so disrespected by her grandkids. So he was so disrespectful by her grandkids. I would have left too. I don't remember seeing the part where the grandkids disrespected him. I'll have to see if I can see that, but I get that. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. But yeah, let's carry on with this madness.
1 second to pull up the next thing. Sorry, I needed to pull this next thing up. Sorry, I have a lot of stuff in front of me. I wanted to go live as soon as possible. What money? Well, I don't think she paid him anything, but I didn't ask either. That would just be incredibly sad if she gave him money for it. I mean, he's getting money from everybody else, so it wouldn't surprise me either. Oh, I got it now, the annulment. People are saying that that Angela can't get an annulment. Well, I can tell you that since they never had consummated their marriage on U.S. soil, you know, annulments are hard to get normally, you know, because it's very rigid on the rulings because, you know, annulment erases the marriage, right? But not having consummated the marriage on U.S. soil is a big grounds for annulment. And then she also has the fraud part. Fraud. My Brooklyn is very Brooklyny today. Sorry, I can't mask it. Because let me read you guys something else. I've been working hard on this. So people are asking me if, you know, you can separate the assets if it's an annulment because, you know, it's erasing the marriage. And the answer is yes, but in a different way. So one of my very, very good friends who just happens to be a divorce attorney in New York, mind you, and I know the laws are different in Georgia, but for annulment, it's pretty across the board. There's three criteria. My God. Sorry, my mind's been spinning all day with this. 3 requirements for annulment.
Boy, talk about being unprepared for your own live stream.
Saying like basically lied about everything. If it's under 1 year of marriage, but that's New York, but also you don't have to check all the boxes. You need to check one of the boxes. So the second box is fraudulent inducement, that he's a fraud and he lied about everything just to get here and the marriage was a sham. And box number 3, so you can check that one off. And box number 3 is that the marriage wasn't consummated and it wasn't here. So that's 2 out of 3 boxes. Even when I heard the annulment at first, I was like, oof, that's, you know, a tough road. But people doubting my legal expertise. Let me tell you something about me before I became this crackerjack 90-day blogger. I worked as a paralegal for 6 years 2 years before that, I worked as a non-attorney rep, meaning I can show up in court in the presence of a lawyer. Did that for 2 years. And then for another 6 years. So 2 years non-attorney rep, 6 years paralegal. And then I went to court reporting and I was there for another 6 years. I think I got married in 2020, I think, or 2021 maybe.
You know what though? Honestly, some people just love to talk by themselves. I don't really care about your history, to be honest with you. Like, unless you're gonna keep it short and simple, it's not that deep for me. Like, bro, okay, you have experience in law. That's it. Move on. Get to the next point. You don't need to like sit on it for so long. Like, we don't. Oh my gosh. The part where they say his feet were ashy and he needed lotion when he was hanging up the crystal lights. Oh, okay. I must have missed that part. Oh, I just forgot about it, to be fair. John didn't rehearse all of his lies. He can't keep up with his nose up to the guy's like, yo, bro. Like, bear in mind, I've got this sped up, and even the breaks are long on a sped up version. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I saw a live he did, and he was so nasty. He said he would go to someone else's house and F them up. Yet so many support him still. That is crazy. That is not acceptable. So have a look here. I do feel her house smells like cigs and mold with cheap perfume she uses when she goes to the toilet. Filthy people are often messy. I do not think she can file any annulment with all this footage. The thing is though, I feel like Angela must have something. I feel like to go through all of this procedure of wasting so much money on her behalf, why would you invest money into a lawsuit against someone if your claim is weak? And also on top of that, I don't know why any lawyer would want to defend Angela. Whew. Sorry, John's getting bored. Anyway, but my other question is, why would any attorney want to defend Angela if her claims were weak? Because obviously, this whole annulment thing isn't exactly light work. It's not an easy thing, So I think, to be honest with you, unless she's got a very dodgy lawyer that's just, off the books type stuff, I just don't know why an lawyer would want to invest time in a case that is a lost one, unless there's something Angela has that is solid, And that's why it's annoying me that it's taking so long for us to find out what Angela has. What does she have that convinced the lawyer to say, hey, we will represent you? Let's have a look here. That's not the location. Those people have no brain cells. She dumped all those dirty clothes at his feet, told him he had to wash all their clothes before he had to wash his own clothes. Angela doesn't understand. Oh, yeah. I remember that bit now. Being a survivor of abuse, I'm sorry to hear that. I've discussed it with TLC, allowing Angela to be severely abusive on camera. She was mainly verbally abusive, but her threatening body behavior is very triggering. Oh, absolutely. I think, to be honest, the way she has behaved, do you know what is the other thing that doesn't work in Angela's favor is that it's one thing to see how she treated Michael, but the way she treated other cast members at Tells was also another thing too. Because there was many times when she would get up and get into the faces of other cast members with her aggressive tone. And if you're displaying that, and then you try and say, oh yeah, but he was doing this to me, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's kind of like, well, but we've seen the pattern in your aggression. We've seen the pattern in your delivery to other people that are not Michael. Like, Angela has definitely, she has shot herself in the foot. Even if there's anything that's been said that is maybe truthful on her side, why is it going to matter? Because her actions have shown us otherwise. Like watching paint dry with that drug addict. He's always a mess and unprepared. Just tell me about it. Honestly, I'm sitting there thinking it's 7:20 p.m. in the UK and I shouldn't be yawning right now. But boy, I'm actually so happy that I decided to do this as a live stream rather than watch this on my own accord, because you guys can, be a part of this interesting journey with me. She is a mad one, but he is not the good person as he says he is. I think he know what he was doing, but I could not live with that. No way. Can footage show from court or no? Because it is. Well, here's the thing. Michael's attorney requested not footage necessarily from the show. Michael's attorney also requested for footage that didn't appear on the show. Okay. So that footage that was not put on the show, and so basically, from my understanding, if they're gonna request any footage, they would request footage that is unedited. They wouldn't request footage that has been edited. It would have to be clean footage. You know, that hasn't been touched one bit. The ones that they put in the archives, that is the footage that would then need to be presented in court for it to mean anything. Otherwise, it's pointless. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that should be interesting. Good or bad press, the lawyers would take it because of the money they can charge. Look at how Amber Turd's law team was. They were absolute crap, but they made money from her. I hear you. Yeah.
So yeah. Well, this thought just came to me. What if he plans on getting some people pregnant so he could stay?
Sorry, you said I know MTG and Angela are friends. Who's MTG? I don't know who that is. Who's MTG and Angela are friends? I just know it. Who is that? I don't know what that is.
And I mean, to get a married woman pregnant, that's just lowbrow, man. But Michael don't care about anybody but himself. And
well, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, like, yeah. I think if they can get a subpoena for unedited footage, then I'm hoping that that's something they can use, because that is what they've requested from what I remember.
And his gang. So back to the annulment stuff. That's what my friend told me. Okay, so for an annulment with the money, if there are joint accounts or jointly owned, Jesus Christ, John, jointly owned property, then yes, you still have to figure out how that gets divided, even in an annulment. But those are joint accounts. So any accounts that Michael and Angela have together, or if they own a car together, or I won't even say house because Angela got the house before they were married, so that's out. And Michael's trying to get her house. I mean, it's ridiculous. Trying to take money, trying to take food out of her 6 grandkids' mouths while he's raking in this money, screwing married women, buying gold chains, moving into bougie apartments.
He can't get half her house or the whole house, whatever, because, like you said, she had it before. Unless she put him on the mortgage.
Yeah, okay. Angela, not that stupid.
No, exactly. That's why I'm saying it. Otherwise, he would have access to that. But if he has no part of it and his name's not on it,
he ain't getting it. He ain't getting it. But there wouldn't be a marital estate. So if you get the annulment, obviously the marriage is null and void, and there wouldn't be a marital estate because it's null and void. But any joint accounts they have together, or any joint property. Now, again, the divorce would run a lot differently. Like I said, that Angela's entitled to half the GoFundMe, sure is, and she doesn't even want the money. I was just letting the people know that all these idiots donating are giving half their money to Angela and not even knowing it, while cursing her out, and you're putting money in her pocket. If I were Angela, I'd go for it. You know, after what this guy's been doing, you know, then the divorce is actually a lot different, because any money, any property, you know, because you're married, is up for question. Okay, my next thing is this. Hold on.
We're waiting, bro. Take your time. What's the next thing, bro? Yep, final notes. Whose voice that's? John Yates' voice.
Okay. This Paradise Men thing, once you know the world found out about Paradise Men, that's Michael's network of Nigerian men. And it's very clear that he has a network of Nigerian men, because some of these Nigerians, like the chef guy, either live with him or he lived with them.
Thank you for the super comment, super chats. Yeah, super chat. Yeah. Anyway, you think John is on a payroll? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think he is. I think that he just loves being a part of this attention. To be honest with you, I think he just loves to be involved. You know, loves to get his voice heard. You know, and most importantly, send us all to a snooze fest. To be honest with you. Oh my gosh. Like, bro, fucking over here.
Because that other apartment is under the Effie, whatever his name is. They changed the name from Paradise Men to Heavenly. And I have screenshots and group messages from there.
You know what? Each time he says that I've got proof, I've got evidence, bro, show us the freaking evidence. We need to see it. Like I said before, I'm watching this with an open mind, but it's very hard when I'm not being delivered evidence. You know what I mean? Like we need that hard evidence. So therefore, people can start to really think, okay, you are saying something. Because, you know, I feel like there's some things that he's saying that do feel like as if there's a level of truth behind them. But it's not convincing because the way he's doing it is just a madness. It's an absolute calamitous. He never shows a thing. I'm learning. Show us something. Would you sleep with Micah after sleeping with Angela Dean? Yo, that's a question right there. That is a question right there. Would you sleep with Micah after sleeping? Woo! Boy, that's a... Well, I mean, I know that I don't have to worry about sleeping with Michael, so that question ain't for me, is it? So... I don't understand why this is news. Michael is separated and allowed to have hookups. Just like how he allowed to pose in front of cars. Listen, Nikki faces reality. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? You're saying some truth right there. Yeah.
I have to put that all together first before I can show it. And let me tell you something. This is a big, giant operation. And these people have networks around the world. It's insane.
That's not relevant.
That the amount of work these men do on trying to scam people.
Maybe
it's their job. And again, this guy left Angela's house on this 5-hour tour, bloody feet, and he had no money, nothing. People feel bad for him. But how did he have an apartment in his own name 2 days later?
And a car.
And a driver's license. If Michael had no money, why do you need a driver's license? If he couldn't afford a car, like he couldn't afford the clothes on his back or a bus ticket or...
Wait, I have to wait 2 weeks before I can even get an appointment in there at the driver's license place. So
yeah, New Jersey, it's like appointment only. But so he used this network of men, and like this is way before anyone started giving him money. There was no. First off, he had the $40,000 from the show that he just got 2 days before the GoFundMe. He was paid. Then the GoFundMe happens for a lawyer's fee, only asking for 25. Well, only asking, I should say, but asking for 25,000. It's now over 51. It's been up like what, a month now or something like that. Not coming down. Why? Why isn't it coming down? If I were any of y'all, I'd be asking for refunds. And yeah, and thank you, Coco. Michael's the admin for that group.
As for your money,
I used to think that Michael was slow, dim-witted, like an imbecile, and I was wrong about that. Well, this guy is smart.
He's smart, but he's caught
in a deceptive way. And I mean, I can show what I have, but then I'll get screamed at for doxing because this would be a masterclass in doxing.
That's his whole.
This would be a masterclass in doxing.
We have his whole.
But I'm not going to show it. No, but if people want to throw eggs at me, which they will, I wonder now how much information does Kibbles and Bits have about this? The one that started the GoFundMe.
Oh, his side piece.
And he probably had her write it because he was thinking he'd be slick, and the money wouldn't, it would be in her name and not his, but you idiot. The fact that you put on the GoFundMe itself, all money will come to me, Michael, directly. That's mistake number one. And then he doubled down with mistake number two on his TikTok, saying, yes, all the money goes to me. Kibbles and Bits gets no part of that, which I don't believe, but, I also can't prove anything. So that's all I can do. Because everything about him and the story is BS. But I'm wondering if...
Oh, wait, hold up. wait. So first of all, he's saying that Mary's Michael's side piece. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That you could tell that I could hear the hate in his voice for Mary when he says that. Like, bro, relax. This guy is moving freaking bonkers. Like, damn, man. Mary's out here catching strays for no reason. Let me read some of these comments out here. Oh my god, and he's trying to wake me up. You can just hear John Yates desperately to smear. That stems from Angela. What the F is this dude talking about? Bloody feet. Never once heard bloody feet. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that one. What's he talking about? Wasn't he there for 2 months before he bounced? Why wouldn't he have got a driver's license? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like how he would have got one when he was with Angela. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he's on and plus all he's got to do is transfer his driver license from Nigeria to the States, right? He doesn't have to do like a new driving test, does he? So yeah. No, I get that. I think I'm not too sure how it works, but yeah, he had time to get one. Yes, he's on a payroll for sure. Because of Michael, Angela rode the 90-day train for many years, getting money. Jay White is giving the Americans a bad rep. I think Angela's already done enough of that, to be honest with you. Angela's using Johnny Ace, and Johnny's using Angela to try and become relevant. Of course, tick for tack. I mean, Angela used Michael, right? The same way Michael used her, right? Tick for tack. Angela's life revolves around people using her and her using them. It's that simple. It's the only value she has, using people and being used herself. He can show what he has, but doesn't have to redact copies. I mean, he already doxed the man. Might as well put the cherry on top. You might as well be like, YOLO, boom. See? I told y'all. Yates needs to go and do his drugs and have a drink and go sit down. Yikes! Like, he needs to not go to the drugs. He needs to go and he needs to go and get off the drugs and become clean. That's if he's on. I don't even know if he's on drugs. I'm just reading what you guys are saying. But yeah, if he is, he needs to go clean. Concerned sand citizen, Mads, your lives are gold. I don't feel like they're gold today, bro. Because right now I'm just like this. Yeah, it's the least goldness. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Yates has the most unprofessional live streams. I thought my live streaming can be a bit, unprepared or whatever, but this guy right here, damn, unprepared, unprofessional, the whole shebang. Why is he dragging Mary into this? He's really doing too much. Oh yeah, he's definitely doing too much. John keeps putting a lot of things out of his Okay, this is enough madness for the day, my world. I love you, Madzi. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Oh my days. No respect to your channel. This is a very triggering situation. I also stopped watching. She's hateful and can't accept that she's no longer in his control. Now I hear that, Betty. Eliza Betty. Wait, did you just short your name? Isn't it meant to be like Elizabeth? I see what you're doing your name there. I see you. He's just saying a whole load of nothing. He's talking, but he ain't saying too much. Let's continue with this monstrosity.
Kibbles a bitch knew anything about this.
She knew going into this. And do you not realize that they're still married and she gets half of it?
No. Well, yeah, and I'm guessing that's why he had her, start the GoFundMe. But it says it's Michael's GoFundMe. It's going directly into his account.
Oh, it says that. It don't matter. It's Michael.
And the money has already been deposited because with that GoFundMe money, he did get an attorney. But I'm telling you right now, it wasn't $50,000.
Nope. It was 10.
And he was able to buy a new bougie apartment. What day did that GoFundMe start? Can anybody tell me real quick?
You can't even get an apartment in 2 days. It takes time. So he was doing it before.
I need to know what date that GoFundMe started. If anybody can look it up real quick and get back to me. So when that started, the 40K, now another 50K. Did he tell Kibbles and Bits that he already got 40K a few days before she started this ridiculous GoFundMe? And did he tell her about all the money he already had prior to the 40K and the 50K? And now you're he wants to stay here. Well, you left a horrible marriage, according to you. Don't you think he'd want to be home with his family? No. August 13th. There it is. That was started August 13th. I think he got paid from the tell-all around the 7th. And by August 26th, not 13 days later, somehow he has this new bougie apartment in Houston. And I Googled the address. I seen the apartment building where he lives. It's nice. And again, I can't show it because that would be me doxing him. It's a nice place where he lives. Nothing I could ever afford. That's what I'm wondering. But, also, I don't care because she's loving all the attention it's getting her. And now all the pro-Michael people are now fighting to be top dog, which is funny to me. Kibbles and this TikTok lady, Lee or something like that, she talks about 90 Day, are now fighting over who's Michael's top bitch. It's crazy. Well, you know what? There's no fight over here on this end. I'm the only one. But listen, I would love more people to join the cause. I'd happily share it. Yeah, Lee hates Angela, and she loves Michael, and Kibbles hates Angela and loves Michael. $50K a month.
To be fair, I will say this though. I will say that it's always going to be very hard for me personally, it's always going to be very hard to listen to anyone that is talking about the Michael and Ange situation if they are pro Michael or if they are pro Angela. I feel like, there has to be, no one should be pro anything. I mean, people that are reporting on the situation shouldn't be pro anything. You know what I mean? They should be like, okay, I'm hearing you. All right, cool. What's making sense from you? What's making sense from you? Okay, cool. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes some people, they pick a side because they want people from that side to support them. You see what I'm saying? So some people, there could be some people who like, you know, I actually believe some things Angela's saying, but I need the followers to love me, so I'm gonna have to just be Michael the whole way. You know what I mean? And then it can happen the other way, you know. But this is why I personally don't watch other people per se, just in case that is happening. Because boy, you know, I know my luck. I'll end up going into someone's stream and being like, oh damn, it's swaying me on one side. You know, I like to be in the middle as much as I can, humanly possible. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes, you know, if you are stuck on one side, it stops you from seeing other things that may be potentially true from other aspects. But hey, that's just my take, to be honest with you. Let's have a look here. Why is he still showing these screenshots? That's only evidence will show. Make it make sense. Oh, I agree. No way he's leaving US. Yeah, it's very unlikely, isn't it? Oh, John, you so mad lies. Texas is cheap. Yep. It's cheap for a reason, right? From my understanding. That is cheap for a reason. Why don't JY and Cody work, or do they? I really don't know much. I really don't know, but can't imagine either of them maintain a professional career outside of YouTube. I mean, not based on this presentation, I can't say that much. Most apartments are nice like that. He's doing too much. I mean, whenever I've seen any kind of images of place in Texas, all of them look fucking lovely, but you know, very cheap prices, and I guess it's for a reason. I don't know what the reasons are, but I always get told it's because it's not that safe living around those areas. You're allowed to stay if your wife or husband abuses you. Oh yeah, in the States, yes. It's actually concerning. He said he knows where he lives. I mean, listen, the fact that he's taking time out of his day to, actually, no, let me not be a hypocrite. I was gonna say the fact that he's taking time out of his day to try and investigate where Michael lives, but then again, if you're a blogger, that's what you do, isn't it? So it is what it is. Honestly, I mainly thought when he said 5 hours was because he stayed off the main road. Nah. Personally, when I saw that video and the Teo when he spoke about, oh yeah, I left 5 hours, I walked for 5 hours, and then a dog tried to attack me. Sorry, but the moment he said, well, I was thinking to myself at the time, I need to process what he's saying here. I remember like the next day or the day after that, I was talking to one of my friends, actually one of my Nigerian friends, you know what I mean? I was telling him the story about Michael's story. And he said, bro, that guy is lying out of his teeth. he said to me, I always know when a Nigerian is lying because they add in stuff that doesn't need to be added in. He said the dog tried to what? He knows that information isn't relevant. He's adding in there just to spice up the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just to draw you in more. He said 5 hours. Nah, bro. We ain't walking for 5 hours unless we really need teeth. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, that 5 hours still cracks me up, but nonetheless, though, nah. Sorry, I'm making myself laugh at this point. That's how I'm so entertained by John Yates. I'm making myself laugh. Damn, great stuff. Anyway, let's get back into the show. No one even talks about John Yates anymore. He was so 90 Day Fiancé season 1. He's just trying to stay relevant. I stopped following him years ago because he's too much drama. He does too much. Very evident here. They made a whole charade out of it on live. Also, there might be locals that watch show willing to help him get away from Dirty Bird. In where she lives, maybe not. I am not picking a side, but are you in wrong? Wait, I am picking no side, but are you in wrong? But I could not live with her no more. Oh, 100%, no way, absolutely. He got in the apartment before the GoFundMe even happened. Guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. I agree. I think, you know what it is? It's like he keeps talking about him getting an apartment, right? But he's not articulating his words properly. I think the point he was trying to make, or he should be trying to make, should be, well, if it was me delivering this information, I'd be like, So on this date, he got this apartment before the GoFundMe. So the question is, where did he get the money from the GoFundMe? I'm guessing the money he got from the sorry. See, now I'm being like John, I'm being unprepared with what I'm saying. If I was to word what he's trying to say, which I think he's trying to say, or at least he should be saying, if he was smart, would be, he got an apartment on this date. This date was before the GoFundMe. Where did he get the money for this apartment? Then I'll be like, he most likely got the money for the apartment from the terror money and maybe other sources of money, and maybe also other source of income that we don't know about. Then I would have been like, so therefore, if he's got money to get an apartment, why does he need money? Why does he need to make a GoFundMe account if he's got money? Do you see what I'm saying? That's how I would word it. So therefore, at least it makes sense. I'm giving you a timeline that is clear as day. He's just said about, he said about, I don't know, for the last, God knows how long, in circles. Yeah, he got a new apartment, it's very, very nice. He got a new apartment, it's very, very nice. Yeah, this is before the terror. He got an apartment, very, very nice. Yes, this is before the, like, bro, like, get your words out your mouth, man. Like, come on. He's not saying it. I said, like, he's trying to deliver something, but he ain't delivering it properly. He's not delivering it properly one freaking bit. Like, bro, get out of here. If he walked for 5 hours, she would have found him in 10 minutes. Probably. He investigated where Michael lives, but Angela is in an almost said she doesn't know whereabouts. That is a very good point, Alicia Frost. Yes. He investigated where Michael lives, but Angela in the moment said she didn't know where his whereabouts. Something doesn't make sense. There you go. And this is my point. This guy does not know how to articulate his freaking words. He's just speaking for the sake of speaking. It's like he's got like a whole bunch of notes and they've all been scrambled up. Yeah. It's just a matter of putting them together. To be fair, at this point, I feel like his partner, Cody, should be delivering the video. The GoFundMe was not for the apartment. He could be getting basic living needs from the government program. Angela could be on the hook to pay back. No, Michelle, no. No, he's not trying to say. See what I mean? I'm having to do John's work for him. This is how bad this is. Like, can you imagine? Let me explain to you, okay, right? Yeah, he's not saying that the GoFundMe money was for the apartment. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that if he's got money. If he had money for an apartment, then why did he? Then he should have money for an attorney. He shouldn't have to create a GoFundMe account. If he's, you know what I mean? So if he can afford an apartment, he can afford an attorney. That's what he's trying to say. He's saying that he made the GoFundMe to scam the public, the viewers. That's what he's trying to say. But he's just not saying it because he's just talking and talking and talking. Like, bro, what are you? It's like. I mean, it's a good thing that I have brain cells, clearly. I'm able to kind of pick up what he's trying to say. That's the wrong messenger. Yeah. Yeah. I'm done.
But like, I don't know. I'm kind of split down the middle because Kibbles is just, when she did the live catfishing Renee using Andrea as a fake Renee, and she is supporting the fake lives that I covered, was it like a few days ago? The lives that I showed with them saying there was some big court case and Michael won and Cass was there and media was there. She supports those channels, which is a lie. So,
what do you mean, Michelle? Explain what you mean, then, please. Let me know where I've misunderstood you.
Maybe she's in love with him too. I don't know. Nobody's doing their research. I'm the only one doing the research.
Right, bro. Like, for him to sit there and talk about Mary being in love with him or whatever the hell he's talking about, we could say that maybe you're in love with Angela. Yeah, we know you're gay, but it doesn't mean that you don't swing the other way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes. Well, I said. Maybe sometimes when you have a quick little glance of Angela, you think she's a man, and you're like, "Hey, I have someone." Yes. Oh shit! Oh dear Lord! Oh my God, my life. What does it come to? Oh. He doesn't understand that Michael may have gotten help for the Gulf for housing. Oh, okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, no, I'm with you now, Michelle. My bad. Nah, Alice, what I said went over your head. Alice, you had, he gay as FBI. I know that. That's why I said maybe when he looks at Angela and with these things that she's. I mean, let's be real. When she talks, she's got that voice. Hey, everyone, how you doing? Hey, I'm Andrew Dean, and I'm an American. Maybe he's like, hey. He gets confused sometimes. He's had a girlfriend. So he's had a girlfriend. See, he's had a girlfriend before. There you go. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Kibbles has never been to Angela's house. Lee has never been to Angela's house. Yeah, well, that goes without saying. So it's just weird to me. All right, let me see what else I have, because he's living a pretty good life, and I can't prove it either. But everything in me tells me he got a car. And not like some 92 Toyota Corolla with one door that doesn't match the rest of the paint of the car. I'm not talking about a car like that, like a nice car, because Michael has to have the best of the best. The bougiest clothes, the bougiest apartments, 8 million gold chains, which you guys are all paying for, by the way. But you're gonna say, oh, that's okay. Living the bachelor's lifestyle, screwing married women, and having a preference for married women, which is weird to me. Like, you married, right? Yes. Okay, nice. Who says that? If anything, if I'd ask somebody, if I was single. Well, he's not even single, but if I was single and I wanted to get some lucky, and if they told me they were married, I'd be like, hell no. Because, what happens if the husband finds out? And then that husband's looking for you. And this is Texas. Everybody has a gun there. Like Murphy Brown said, my florist has a gun. So I wouldn't be screwing around with people like that. Because, one day he's gonna meet the wrong husband. That's a good point, Sheila. And normally I would say Michael wouldn't think of that, but he's pretty bright in the scamming game. It's Texas, yeah, Miss Congeniality. When Gracie Lou flung off the stage because she saw a guy lighting a cigarette look like a gun, and Murphy Brown's yelling at her afterwards, and she said, I had a gun. I thought he had a gun. And she goes, this is Texas. Everyone has a gun. My florist has a gun. So, yeah. And I told people, I'm going to be there. All these people leaving me nothing but shit on my IG and in these comments. I keep saying, that's fine. You could wait until I have a great big smile on my face and I say, I told you so. Because that day will come. And it'll probably be soon. Because now people who have any type of relation with Michael are coming to me in droves. How do you think I'm getting all this information? How do you think I have his whole write-up here where he lived when he moved there? People are getting really annoyed now. And these are people who also had sex with him even, like this person. My texts are going off like crazy. Hold on. Someone was asking me to show the apartment and show how bougie it is, but then I would dox it. And then the last thing I want is people saying, "Oh, look at John Yates. He hates Michael so much. He'll do anything for Angela. That he put his secret address up. That he's because he's in fear of his life from Angela." Michael's been talking to us for years. This is the fourth woman that had a relationship with Michael that came to me. So I think this live has run its course.
There is a Nigerian YouTuber, Obodu Oyimbu, I think it's it. She had a live with Nigerian viewers. They even believe he scammed Angela 100%. I mean, listen, I can tell you this now, Brenda. All of my Nigerian friends said that Michael 100% scammed Angela. So, and to be fair, in conversations that I've had privately, myself in particular, being African myself and knowing just how Africans can be, generally speaking, yeah, I mean, to be honest, there was a lot of things that I've seen in this. I'm like, yeah, this guy definitely scammed her. But the fact is, though, the thing is, the issue with this whole Michael and Angela thing is that it's not even about the fact that he scammed her anymore. That's the thing, you know, it's not even relevant anymore because Angela turned this whole thing into an abuse type relationship. That is the problem here. The scam now, it feels like it's not even the big picture anymore. It's like the small picture now, you know. The big picture is, you know, the way Angela conducted herself on screen for 7 years. And the matter of the fact is, let's say, for example, throughout those 7 years, she had actually behaved accordingly and she didn't behave the way she did behave. Obviously, right now, 7 years later, we wouldn't be talking about how she treated Michael. We'd be talking about how he used her and then just ran away after, you know, after being here for however long, do you know what I mean? And that's just that, you know. So the fact is, in this situation, Angela is her own worst enemy. Angela has created this for herself. These problems that are happening is because of her own actions, you know. And that's just that. It's just that simple, you know. But at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, and I've said this before, love has never been a thing in their relationship. As far as I'm concerned, from the very get-go, their relationship has been based on both of them using each other for something. And to be honest with you, I don't really want to use the word scammed anymore personally when it comes to Angela and Michael, them two. I'm just going to say that at the end of the day, they both use each other. But then again, he married her. Yeah, it doesn't either way. I'm going to go with the word use regardless, okay? End of the day, they both use each other, and the thing is, Angela made it all worse for herself, you know. At the end of the day, if she needed to use him to be on TV, do what you got to do, right? But don't abuse the man. Do you know what I mean? If he's going to use her to get to the States, well, that's do what you got to do, right? But, bro, like, you allowed yourself to look like a freaking, you know, a weakling. You know, and that's just that. Madzie, she used and scammed Michael. You need to understand that part as well. I hope you one day I do. I just said that. I just said that. They both use each other. Both of them use each other. She wanted to be on TV. She wanted fame. Actually, you know what? F that. And I've said this before too. I mean, maybe you haven't seen some of my videos, Flower Power, things I've said before. The matter of the fact is, hands down, Angela used Michael for these reasons. One, to be on TV. Two, because she was being a passport freaking sister, woman, whatever. She wanted to find a man outside of America that was going to tolerate her BS, you know, worship the ground that she works on, okay, and somebody that was basically just going to be her property. She wanted that, so she found someone internationally on purpose because she knew she couldn't be Angela with anyone else in the States. Fact. So she went there for that, as well as being on TV. And then she stayed around because of the fame and the money that she was getting from the show. So she stayed around. But at the same time, her ego said, but I don't want people, but her ego told her her ego told her that if she can make him scared of her, he won't ever leave her. And therefore, he will always be in her life. Because it's evident that she's got serious abandonment issues. Serious abandonment issues. So everything that she's done to him, that's all based on her trauma. This is what I'm saying. Michael, on the flip side, he just had one goal. He had one goal. I want to get to America. And that was it. That was his goal. I just need to get to America. You know? I need someone to take me there. And he got there, and then he dipped. He done what he needed to do. The only issue is that in that whole time, Michael allowed himself to stay in a position where we could see him getting abused, you know, year in, year out. Which I wouldn't do, just what I'm saying. But I've said this before. No African man would stay in an abusive relationship unless he knows he's got an end goal. He stayed in this relationship because he wanted to get to America. If he didn't have an end goal, he wasn't sticking around. I'm telling you this now. Fact. Somebody please tell me, who's ever known a man who comes from an African country, right? That's been abused. If you do, I need to meet this guy. It doesn't happen. Remember, like, we come from a country where men are the dominant ones. Men are the dominant ones. You see what I'm saying, okay? Women have to obey us. You see what I'm saying? That's why there's always these cultural differences, you know? It doesn't matter where in Africa, whether that be Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, Morocco, you know, you name it, where, you know what I mean? So that's why for me personally, like this whole abuse thing that's going on, like I get people feel sorry for Michael, but understand this. He chose to be in it because he wanted to get to America. But Angela didn't recognize that. Angela thought she was being smart. She thought that she had him in a chokehold this whole time. She was, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't. The man had his purpose. He got his purpose, and now he's in Texas with his Nigerian folks. You know what I mean? Living a vida loca. You know what I mean? And now he's got this whole GoFundMe thing going on. And for me personally, I've said what I said before about GoFundMe's. I personally don't think that anybody should donate to anyone who occasionally GoFundMe from the show personally. Period. Just what I'm saying. But that's just me. I married a man from Morocco. I know what you mean. I'm from Scotland, and yes, that's true. I'm saying we know it because, like, yo, we've watched the show year in year out, right? And we've seen every single man that's come from an African country come on the show and be with an American woman, right? And we've seen how they have to conduct things. We've seen it with every couple. Don't forget things just because you hate Angela. Come on now. Oh, listen, I'm Madzie. You need to see Michael's 18 interview. He asked why he stayed. He said they thought that they lived together, their relationship would be better, and thought that she would. You believe that? You believe that? Come on. Now, listen, don't believe that. You do realize Michael has to say what he's going to say, right? He's got to stay in character, right? He has no reason to sit there on an interview that's been broadcasted, you know, over America and say, yeah, no. So, like, someone that has used someone to come to America, would they sit in an interview and admit that they used someone to get to America? Think about that. Especially when they've got a legal case against them right now. Come on, let's be real. Regardless of what he says, it doesn't mean that we have to believe it. I know for me personally, yeah, I'm not looking to believe that, to be honest. Madzie, I believe that, but because many abuse victims, no, I get what you're saying on that aspect, but I'm not speaking on the aspect of him being abused. I'm speaking on the aspect of him being African. Do you know what I'm saying? And what I know, you know, like I said before, African men do not get abused. Very unlikely. I've never heard that story in my life. And if they were ever to get abused, right, it would be by an African woman, and that doesn't happen. Period. Unless they live in America or the UK, to be fair, that could be possible. But for someone that's been born and bred in Africa his whole life, and he hasn't been influenced by first world society, he's going to be very African minded. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you just have to watch the videos from the first seasons. All Michael did was talk about coming to America. She knew this when they both proposed. I'm telling you what I'm saying. Come on now, listen. But let's continue.
Like I said, I have a lot more to cover. And I'm going to be here because everyone that doubted Angela and me is going to get it back. And if you guys remember, not too long ago, he was there was a thing on his lip, and he said that he had cut his lip from shaving. I think, and again, can't prove it, but allegedly, it looked like herpes to me. And Michael seems to be getting around just fine. But you guys send him some money for some Valtrex. I know you will. No, I think he's been man-whoring it with half of Texas, but maybe it just was a cut. But if you look at that TikTok live and the video, it don't look like no cut lip. That's all I'm saying. Again, it's just allegedly, and in my opinion, right, Jules? But that looked, I've cut myself shaving, and I never cut myself like that. And I've been shaving since I've been 16, so almost 30 years. That's what I'm thinking, Jenny. But again, that's just my opinion. But if you look at the video, it's on TikTok. And I never talk to this person, and I don't like sharing other people's original content without asking them first. So once I get the okay, I can share it. Or let me see. Let me see if I can send you to their page. What is this? And again, this new place, let me see if I could pull it up. No, I don't want to take the risk. Old me would have already had his whole...
Nobody cares about old you, man. Show us the evidence. Old me, nobody cares. Like, old me. Michael's the only African man I've ever seen take abuse. There you go, Melanie. There you go. Don't believe that, Maddie. Many push forward the lawsuit when the attorney convinced them they have a case, yet they don't have a case, all but making cash and publicity. And that's fair enough. John Yates said the same as you, Maddie. I mean, listen, he may have said the same as me, but the difference is that what I'm saying is based on knowledge of being a part of, being African. This is what I'm saying. Whatever he said that was similar to me, we know why he said it. He said it because, he's Team Angela. Let's not get it confused why I said it. I have valid reasons behind why I'm saying it. And I'm not saying it because I'm biased to Angela because she's my bestie and I've been to her house that I can't imagine even. Imagine being at Angela's house, man. That is not the one. That is not the one. She screamed on the first episodes. She screamed on him. The first episode was she was in Africa. She cried scam from season 1. She stayed on to be the queen she thinks she is now. He stayed with her to get to where he is now. Well, there you go, just me. There you go. Mm-hmm. But didn't Michael say he thought she would change when he came because it wouldn't be long? Yeah, like you believe that? Come on now. I've said it all along that most of the docile Nigerian men I've ever witnessed, he's an enigma. Let's have a look. What else we got here? Imagine just for fun, maybe one day you could Google method lips and see what dirty bird pick pops up. Oh, no, listen, I'll Google that right now. Whilst we process John waiting a good hour or two for him to say any words, I'll be Googling that right now. Let's have a look.
Paperwork docs. I don't care, but I'm trying to be better. I'm not going to do it yet.
What was the question again? Myth lips.
But if I get a whole bunch of hoopla and I'm making it up or whatever, then I will.
Lips.
So basically, that's it for now.
Hey.
I'm going to post this on IG. Now watch the onslaught of comments that I'm going to get. Old hat for me. I've been getting horrible comments for pretty much as long as I've been doing this, so it's fine. I have a thick skin.
Leaks.
Oh,
Leaks.
And before I close this live out, I will be live. If you check my community tab, I will be live at 9 o'clock. I'm guest starring on Wendy H's Lego channel where we put Legos together and we have cocktails. I'd say, man. So that's at 9 o'clock Eastern. So in 2.5 hours, that's that. Also, if you didn't catch last night's Real Housewives live, please give it a view. We put so much time into that. And, I know my views aren't the same when I cover Bravo as they do 90 Day, but we don't just talk about the Housewives. We even talked about 90 Day last night on it. It's mostly Housewives because we do recaps and tea and stuff like that. But give it a view from last night if you haven't. I'd appreciate it. And please make sure you're watching me tonight on my friend's Lego.
Yeah, you did. No, do you know what? I think the reason why Angela's picture hasn't popped up is because my IP would be UK based. Maybe if I was like on a US, maybe if I was in the US and I typed in, maybe Angela would pop up then because it'd be like a US IP, if that makes sense. So that's why I think it hasn't popped up. But anyway, let me read some of these comments before we all decide to go our separate ways for the day, because we've enjoyed so much pain from this live stream. Madzie, you're better than John. He has no credibility. Said Scotty didn't do the crime when she admitted to the judge she did. Well, there you go. That says all, doesn't it? Now, Angela's friend, Angela's lip had some on its lip during the tail. Whoa, never seen that on Michael. Not sure if Michael is waiting for his green card and that's why he still chose to be in the US or because of a law or because of illegal or immigration policies. John is doing too much. Why is he so interested in Michael? Well, because Angela's his bestie, you know what I mean? Her lips always look dry and cracked up. I know she's always got this stuff here, like this white stuff here on her gums. I'm always like, when is that? It looks so weird. And her last boyfriend, she did in Facebook, did drugs. Yes. I don't know that actually, to be fair. I know about her husband, the father of Scotty, him being arrested and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and then the guy that was in and out of prison, right? Michael probably got tired of those cats. Her house probably smells terrible. No one cleans up, so I knew those litter boxes dirty. You know what happened, right? When Michael was in Nigeria, he was like, yes, I want to come to America. And when I come to America, I can live in a better house, better conditions, everything. He came to America, he came to Angela's house, and he realized that his home back in Nigeria was more cleaner than the house he was now living in America. He realized that he was meant to upgrade from his Nigerian home to the American home, but then he realized that he downgraded from his Nigerian home to his Angela's home. That's why he was like, yo, I know I was always going to bounce, but I need to get out of here sooner than later. Originally, Michael was like, I'll stay for a little bit longer, you know, for whatever purposes, but he had to end up leaving sooner rather than later. Because he was like, these living conditions are not the ones. They're not the ones. You know, kids running around, throwing this, that, you know, litter everywhere. You know what I mean? I can imagine that when he got there, when he got to Angela's house, he was doing more tidying up in her home than he was doing in his own home. You know? It may be because essence from her dentures. Okay. Let's have a look and see what else you folks saying here before we bounce. Just scrolling up to see any comments. Okay, I think I've read most of it, to be fair. Okay, so listen, I do appreciate every single one of these guys being it. This dude mentioned proof 50 times and showed no proof except from a text message, which supposedly scratched out address. I'm telling you, legit, he did not give us no evidence. I mean, that's just that. The cat and other children, free babysitter. Why do they still live still together? That sounds in the way. The cat and all the children, free babysitter. Why do they all live together? The sounds in that house, my head would hurt. Oh yeah, you can imagine. At least he discovered chicken nuggets. She could be low in B vitamins and in omega-3 that can cause chapped lips. It's a potential, but I doubt her health is in the best places, you know, and she's a heavy smoker too. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Madzie, for we truly enjoy your perspective on the demon. Thank you, I appreciate it so much. Thank you again for the second super chat. I can't even get my words out. I'm so dehydrated. I need to go and get a drink. Hey, thank you so much, you lovely folks, for this live stream. It wasn't an easy one. It wasn't an easy one. It was definitely long-winded because of somebody over here can't even deliver their own freaking sentences properly because they got their notes jumbled up. You know what I mean? It's like he was playing puzzle. I don't know. Scrabble. Thank you, me. Thank you, Madzie, for the live and dealing with us. Listen ups. I couldn't have dealt with him without you guys dealing with me and him, you know? Yeah, his point was shallow. I agree. It was definitely shallow. Once a divorce happens, who knows if Michael has and legal funds left? Will he go after? You know, he won't. It'll be interesting to see if he'd go after John Yates, but I don't think he would because I don't know what he would. Well, oh, he couldn't he? Because of the information, isn't it? But I don't know if John has to actually dox him first for him to actually be able to go after him, because John hasn't necessarily doxed him. I wonder how that works. I don't think you can sue someone for just knowing things that they've kept to themselves. Mads is very, very professional. I do my best. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mama Muju. Yay streams are always chaotic. Tell me about it. I was telling him, it's like, listen, Jessica, you made it. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Wonder when he'll come after you. He keeps going after Mary. Who knows? If he does, I have nothing to say to you, buddy. Just apart. I have one thing to say if he comes after me. Be more organized, please, okay? you're killing us. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for your time. It's been a lovely having you guys as always. I'll catch you guys in my next uploads. And hey, don't forget to like and yeah, subscribe. Peace. I'm out.